think you got it.
Hi, welcome again to the Tactical Flag Command Center. This is the Admiral's Command Center for operating the battle group. I'm Commander John Dory. I'm the Admiral's Operations Officer. Of course, keeps the signature.
Go ahead, get up there.
Yeah, they were telling us though, I think these lights up ahead of us here are signal lights, aren't they?
You like that?
Signals so like when they
Yeah, I thought we'd sit down, didn't you? Look how fast we're moving over the water.
Yeah.
Up here you really get the sensation that you don't when you're on the deck.
The ones that are on the cab right now.
How can you tell the difference between the new generation and the
If you look at the intake, where the ram is on the tank, the fuel tank, right there's the intake. The square intakes are the super hornets.
Okay.
So, and the super hornets also is you see the noise, unit flaps, back, have a sharp cuts.
Yeah, hard part is to put yourself away from your camera because you can't experience it quite too much if you're actually looking
Any
through the lens.
two-seaters at all, you
Or
see.
even at the screen, you know?
You feel the spray.
Stuff that's not burning when there's.
It's tough duty now.
Oh,
Imagine doing that over in, you know,
that's a tough day.
career in golf. You know, aggressively hot.
Yeah.
Well, when we first walked out on the deck, do you remember that? I was like,
Red black.
is this how hot it is out here?
We got out in the wind.
Oh my goodness, that's
The
incredible.
super hornets is taking that role as well.
status of the deck is, whether it's green, amber, or red.
Yeah, we're going across the road.
Be able to see what they're doing up there, one deck up, and understand, you know, what whether or not we're in the process of coming around or not coming around.
The condition of the deck, green I understand, red I understand. What happens in amber? What's in the middle?
As a cautionary kind of status, it doesn't mean that it's fully red, but that there's things that we have yet to clear off the deck to be able to make it a green deck. Rarely used. Pardon? But what you'll almost always see is just going from red deck to green deck.
How much time are you up here?
It depends. A couple hours. When things get when we either have a bunch of nuggets that are flying, nuggets are brand new pilots, then I like to kind of come up here. It's important to kind of see, you know, how the rhythm of the ship is going, and no better way to do that than to be up here. Now I can watch it on my plat camera down in my cabin, but it's not the same thing because you only get one view or two views. You get either what's coming in to land. You may see somebody that's getting ready to launch, but you're not going to get a chance to see what people are doing that aren't directly moving an aircraft or launching an aircraft or recovering an aircraft that is, you know, kind of on deck. The important thing is to kind of be seeing what everyone else is doing here. Are they skylarking? You know, are they just out kind of looking around? Do they have their head in the game? Do they understand what's going on? And normally within about 2 to 3 minutes coming up here, I've been on a few ships where the deck was not as well controlled as it is here. I'll just say, and I've had to actually 10 sets of 2 or 3 people up here walking around, and you could tell there was a chief there with a couple of very young sailors, and the chief is pointing to things and they're looking at things. And that's how you're going to be leaving the ship. It's the e-ticket ride. Trust me. It's a lot of fun.
Is the captain of the ship kind of observing in the same way that you are? Because a lot of what you just said that you're doing from the supervisory standpoint seems that it would be under the purview as well
It is.
of the captain of the ship.
It's actually most directly under him.
right.
I'm just that next level up. I don't do it near as much as he does.
Gentlemen, members of the team, thanks for joining us so that we can commemorate CAG Sterno's 1,000th carrier arrested landing. For those of us that serve in this profession, we know what that means. We know how long it takes to do it, and how much skill it takes to do it, and probably more importantly, and I know that Sterno would feel the same way, is that how much teamwork it takes to do it. And for you gentlemen, it's they're The 1,000 Trap Club is a fairly elite club in our profession. There's not many men or women that have achieved that feat, and Sterno now joins it. And as he said on the radio, he wouldn't have done it on any other ship, and to be honest with you, I can't imagine giving this to any other pilot in my career with greater pride and satisfaction than I am right now. So, congratulations, sir.
That's really special, and I've been eyeing these for the last 25 years, as I've seen them given out rarely, and always to guys with a lot of gray hair and usually glasses on by the time they get to this point in their career. I want to thank, first of all, Skipper Harbor. CO the Cats, I could not think of a better squadron, one that I'm closest to than to have gotten my 1,000th arrested landing, sitting in an aircraft 400. And I also want to thank Stretch Blackner. Where's Stretch? Is he here? There are a few 04s that I'd rather have on my wing, but then a leader like him, a guy who all the jails admire, want to be like, and somebody who I respect a great deal. You know, I'm not one for nostalgia, but the last couple of days I have been thinking about this a little bit. I think about all those OK passes. And those 900 no grades and those 99 fares. But, the OKs and the fares, I stopped counting those a long time ago. Now it's just into safe boarding rate. The unique thing about getting to this point in your career is that, for me, it ain't over. I get to go out and do this again tomorrow and the next day. And that's a great feeling. But I thought that as you got to 1,000 that you'd be thinking about the physical, technical skills that it takes to land the airplane, but that's not what I'm thinking about at all. You start to think back in your career, and what you really think about are all the faces and all the names who taught you how to do this skill, taught you this profession, and who really have helped to foster this very unique, special organization that we fondly know as naval aviators. We got a special bond, a lot of esprit de corps, a profession unlike any others in the combat services. I've been proud to be here for this long, and I'm proud to be here even longer, as long as the Admiral lets me fly off of the captain's ship. But I want to thank everybody who made this a special day. It has been. Admiral, thank you, sir, and to all the skippers that I see here in the XOs. Live the dream, because it is one, and show the passion to the JOs, because they're going to carry us on well into the next millennium of naval aviation. Thank you, everybody.
Eisenhower's Combat Direction Center, CDC. I'm Lieutenant Commander Brian Toner, and I'm the current Tactical Action Officer that is on watch right now. And basically my job is to represent the commanding officer of this ship, and at his capacity, my job is to defend this carrier by certain means and measures through different systems, radars, sensors, aircraft, and radios, if you will, or data links that we can communicate with other ships. And how I perform my job is I have a staff of about 20-25 people that's working for me right now that are on watch, and they're broken up into a series of modules throughout this space, the space behind us, a couple spaces behind the bulkhead. We have a module or top, we call top up on the bridge on the 08 level, and they provide us in different inputs. To my left or to your right is Petty Officer Richardson right here. He is the Air Defense Weapons Coordinator. His job is to monitor all air contacts that are coming to and from the ship. And he communicates with the Air Defense Commander, USS Anzio at this time, to identify all potential threats that are coming to or around the carrier itself. And they communicate via radios and data links and different measures to identify who those guys are. And we can send aircraft that are airborne or launch aircraft on an alert status to intercept those aircraft and to find out who they are. He does that through a series of
You make a difference. You'll be nice and dark out there.
Yeah. My start.
It's full afterburner. Yeah. Because he's very heavy and he needs that to get the
each individual aircraft. Right now they're sending a weight saying of 440 for 44,000 pounds. For Hornet, about 36,000 pounds, 47,000 for Hawkeye, and 46,000 for a Prowler.
With the bow. Hey, a little close.
This is a Hawkeye.
They're going to move out of the way. They'll get the landing signal off. They're going to get out of the way here in a second. At least I'm expecting them to. This guy has actually got a malfunction on the door. One of the landing gear doors. And so they might be getting a little closer to it.
Until early afternoon. Early. Oh, you're gonna bring in another ship too? What time?
about 7 right now. 10:30.
No, so I have indication that shaft 4 is no longer trailing, sir.
Very well. 10:30 was the next event.
There goes 400 each year.
Yeah, it's massive. We're trying to do what's called a reset, so we're trying to manage our water space and airspace. Reset to launch a lot of aircraft.
Yeah, I did.
Particular windows will be within this particular windows where we launch the building. So we'll about 20 minutes or so. What we're going to do is we're going to come right and angle offset this 10 degrees to pull out two of these two triangles here. That's where the cover is. Okay. So what we're going to do is minimize this and it's all.
You can feel that, it shudders all the way through the ship.